Hi. Um, I've never done a vlog before. First time ever doing it. But just kind of felt like I just say it was on my mind to kind of record it. Uh, Met a guy today in Albertsons. I was just sitting there and I noticed a couple of people were coming up and talking to him, and no one really wanted to talk to him. They kind of just walked away and nothing was really said to the guy. I kind of heard bits and parts of the conversation about iPads in schools or something like that, and the way things are going with technology and how fast it's going with, especially in education, where kids anymore are just using iPads instead of books or having like any kind of physical thing to write down with or read like actually pages out of a book. Then I walked up to him and I was getting my photos printed, and he started talking to me and he asked me, well, first he told me that he had just moved here and he rides his bike down to the pier every day, and he tries to talk to people as he's going down there, and they all just kind of seem to ignore him. They always have like earbuds in, or their phones are out in front of their face, and they're kind of disconnected. They don't really pay attention to when he's speaking to them. They just think, oh, this guy's not important, but what's going on in their hand, about whoever or what might be going on the phone is kind of more important than some physical person walking up to you anymore. Is just kind of considered strange to have someone actually come up and have a conversation with you. Whereas if online someone tries to talk to you, it's not really a second thought. Maybe people just kind of put it on the wayside. But anymore, to have a people-to-people contact with a stranger, they write it off as shut it out, go away. I've got my phone in front of me. Like, you're not important. You have nothing to say. And I started talking to him for a while about this, and he brought up about he doesn't have a phone, he doesn't have a computer, he doesn't have a car even. He bikes everywhere. And he doesn't use any credit cards, he doesn't have debit cards, he just uses cash for all his transactions. And I'm talking to this guy more and more, and it was really interesting. We were talking about how face-to-face conversations with an actual person in front of you, it brings out emotions and feelings that you don't get from looking at a screen, that you don't get from a phone call even. You are face-to-face with somebody, having an actual conversation. You get more feeling, more a connection than you would with a phone in front of you. And it was interesting because while we're talking about this, we were doing it right then. We had a connection right there, and I've never walked away from a conversation with a stranger I've ever had and felt something really connected right there. It was really weird. And we started talking more and more, and it was kind of funny because my mom's always told me, I mean, she doesn't have a phone, she doesn't have a computer, she has a car and everything, but she doesn't want to connect with the cloud or with any electronics. She is against it. She thinks that we're pushing ourselves farther and farther away into a world that's just going to be slowly digitalized, and no one's going to even want to be around each other. It's just going to be whatever you see in front of your face. You're going to have a pad right here, the iPad right here in front of you, not oblivious to what's going around you. And my mom's always told me that, and I just always wrote it off like, no, it's whatever. She's just being old. She doesn't care. She doesn't think how things are going. But what if things are going too fast? What if we're having all these things brought to us at such a fast speed we don't realize to stop and think what we're missing out? And I know that this idea has been brought up before, but I just really don't think that it's never affected me until right now with this conversation that I had with that guy. About everything. It was really interesting. I've never really thought about it till right then and there. And you look around and you see everyone on their phone, on their iPad, they have headphones in, completely taking themselves away from now, right here, what's really happening. And I got home and I kind of thought about it more. It's getting to a point where it's kind of dangerous. If we keep plugging ourselves away in a virtual world that we're creating for ourselves and pushing out everything that is actually happening in front of us, we're just kind of going to be sheep being herded along by companies and whoever could just basically take control of what we see in front of our hands and our screens. Whoever can have control of it can make you think a certain way, maybe act a certain way, feel a certain way, that it's got more of an effect than you think. And I thought even when I got home, I was like, could I not have my laptop? Like, I'm recording this right now on a digital device. I was talking to my mom on my cell phone when I got off the phone. I had to call her and talk to her about it. And I thought, like, could I not have this on me? What would it do? What would change in my life if I didn't carry my phone on me all the time? If I didn't have my laptop with me? If I didn't get online all the time? If I didn't have my TV? What would it be like if it was just me relying solely on person-to-person contact for what I need to do? And I thought, well, maybe you couldn't do it. Maybe you can. I don't know. I want to give it a shot. I want to try to not have my phone on me as much or at all. But to think more on what is being shoved in our faces. Like, you go online and you have just advertisements and you have things telling you to come here and you have so much information that's coming in. You gotta stop to think, what are you actually taking in from what you're seeing on the sites that have the ads on the side and on all the Google searches that are happening all the time and what they're showing us on even TV. Like, that is going to change who you are. You're taking in that information and you're making your own view of it, but like, you're not taking it in firsthand. You have a device pushing it into your face that is being controlled by whoever has control of it. And it's kind of scary, I guess. Like, how far can this go? Like, will it go even farther to the point where you won't even leave your house? You'll have something just embedded right in here, right in your eye. I mean, that's Google Glass. That's a thing. That is a thing that was 5 years ago. No. Now it's there. There's something constantly, not just in your hand, in your lap, in your eye, right there, doing the same things. And who's to say when the next thing is just going to be directly implanted in your head? And I doubt that's far away either. But I hope you take something from this video and think about it like I did. I don't know. It changed a lot of what I thought about the technology, what we see every day, and how we perceive what's going on, and being less alert to what really is happening around us at all times. So, yeah, take it how it is. I don't know. But kind of give it a thought. It's pretty interesting. Cool. Thanks.